Project 1. Castles, Beliefs, and Crusades, the Medieval World. Introduction. What was happening in Europe and the Middle East while the native cultures of the Americas were flourishing? During the Middle Ages, approximately from the year 500 to 1500, life revolved around monarchs in castles and powerful religions, exploiting peasants and merchants. In this project, we will explore how people lived, what they believed, how society was organized, and how religious conflicts shaped history from the Crusades to the coexistence and tension among three groups who share many beliefs: Christians, Muslims, and Jews. We'll also look at how ideas, art, and science were repressed in monasteries, and the roles played by women, children, and popular legends. Main reading: Chronicle of Squire Martin in the service of Ventimar Castle. Today, as the sun sets behind the battlements of the castle, the master blacksmith sharpens swords and the bells call for prayer. The lady of the castle teaches reading to the girls in the convent, and the peasants finish their day's work. Soon, our Lord, Sir Arnaud, will depart for the Holy Land, for the Pope has called for a crusade. My name is Martin, and I am a squire. I am preparing to serve my lord, care for his horse, and tend to his weapons. Sometimes I listen to the minstrels' tales about Saladin, the noble Muslim, and Richard the Lionheart. In my heart, I know that not everything about war is noble, but life in the castle is harsh, and only the bravest survive. Exploration. What was the Middle Ages like? Themes to discuss in class. What was the Middle Ages? Why is it called that? Social organization, feudal lords, serfs, peasants, clergy, knights. The three major religions: Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. The Crusades, causes, consequences, key figures: Saladin, Richard the Lionheart. Life in a castle and in the countryside. Medieval legends and literature: El Cid, Beowulf, King Arthur, and the Knights of the Round Table. Medieval science and medicine. Romanesque and Gothic art. Language arts activities. Creative writing. Diary of a peasant, minstrel, knight, or girl in a convent. Shared reading. Adapted excerpts from The Song of My Cid and 1001 Nights children's version. Word game. Medieval glossary, battlement, crusade, fief, minstrel, abbey. Literary debate. Is it fair to wage wars over religion? Science. The castle as a laboratory. Medieval technology and science. How castles were built without cement or electricity. Experiment. Build a simple pulley to understand how materials were lifted. Medieval versus modern medicine. Compare treatments and their effectiveness. Medieval math. Geometry in Romanesque and Gothic art. Proportions, symmetry, arches. Calculation problem. If a castle is 60 meters long and 40 meters wide, what is its area? If the walls are 12 meters high and 4 meters thick, what is their approximate volume? Art. From stained glass to illuminated manuscripts. Art project. Create a stained glass window using colored cellophane. Medieval illustration. Design a page of an illuminated manuscript. Personal coat of arms. Each student designs their own coat of arms using meaningful symbols and colors. Suggested experiment. How did castles resist attacks? Use materials like cardboard, wooden sticks, and modeling clay to build a castle model. Try attacking it with marbles to observe how it holds up. Which materials offer the best protection? Evaluation. Self-assessment and final reflection. What did I learn about the Middle Ages and religions? How did I feel writing from a different historical point of view? Can I explain how religion, politics, and culture were connected during this time? Do I better understand how societies are built and why conflicts happen? Final project product. The Castle Book, including Diary of a Medieval Character, Medieval-style illustrations, Map of the Crusades, Personal coat of arms, Solved math problems, Experiment report, Poem or song in minstrel style,